Hey guys, welcome to the lesson on massive action, passive action, and small action. We're going to cover the differences between these three types of actions and why it's so important for you to know how most people spend their time in small action and passive action. And I want you to shift to taking massive action, because massive action is when you take enough action to get the desired results that you want. It requires a lot of action and so much more action than you actually think. But massive action is the secret to actually getting the results that you want. Passive action is when you're just feeding your brain and it's just not enough. So of course you have to learn and you have to, read and listen to podcasts and courses and consume and digest and content and learn, and all of that stuff is passive action. So you're not actually producing anything, you're just digesting content and you're learning. That's what passive action is. So what I do to kind of balance passive action with massive action, because I'm like a lifelong learner and always will be, I implement a rule in my life. So this is a constraint where I only learn from one teacher at a time. And then I make sure after I learn everything from them that I want to learn, like whether it's a course like this course or something else, I implement everything I've learned from that teacher and that course. So then I take massive action and then I move on to the next teacher. I do not get involved with another teacher or book or anything until I'm finished with the one before. And this keeps me balancing passive action with massive action. Small action is taking action without getting results. So when you say you've done something 1, 2, or 3 times, that's small action. I want you to remember this quote. It is, oh my gosh, my heart is so full when I read this. Whenever you feel like you've exhausted all options, remember this: you haven't, by Thomas Edison. This quote is everything, you guys. When you feel like there's just no more options, remember, you are wrong. You haven't, there's always more options. I want you to think of a little kid trying to learn to walk. They fall all the time and they never stop, and they fall down hard, but they keep getting up over and over. And it's the strength that they build up from falling and getting back up that allows them to eventually walk. This is the analogy I want you to apply to designing your dream life. You're gonna have to take tons of action and keep getting back up after you fall down and fail if you want to get the results that you want. It's not easy. Obstacles are going to happen. I want you to start expecting them, and I want you to stop making obstacles mean something. They don't mean that you should slow down or stop at all. They're just obstacles, are part of life. Be willing to fail and keep trying. What most of us do is we take small action. We'll try 1 to 5 times and then we'll quit, and then we don't get the results we want. I see this a lot with some of my girlfriends who will come to me and they'll want to date, and they'll be like, oh, they'll be frustrated. Oh, I went on like 3 dates and this just doesn't work, and everyone on this dating app, blah, 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 stinks. And I'm like, you went on 3 dates. You want to meet someone to spend the rest of your life with? You might need to go on more than 50 dates in a year. You need to take massive action. I'm telling you, dating works. If it's not working for you, you're doing it wrong, right? It's like anything else. It works. If it's working for someone else, it's just that you're doing it wrong. So I want to encourage you to not make your failures mean anything, and I want to encourage you to commit to taking massive action to getting the results that you want in your life. If you feel stuck or like you've exhausted all options, put your brain to work. Ask it supportive questions that give you the answers that you want, because your brain loves questions. Hopefully you know that by now. Ask a question at the morning or night, whenever you get up or go to bed, and your brain will go to work on it subconsciously to get you the answer. So whatever you're stuck about, how can I solve this problem, or what does this make possible? Whatever it is, repeat it to yourself at night before bed, and your brain will give you the answer over time. Persistence through obstacles is the key to designing your dream life. So you really have to get good at overcoming problems and obstacles. And the way that you do that is you commit to taking massive action. And massive action, again, is taking enough action to get the results that you want. This is a skill that you can practice. You can practice looking at your goals or what you want to produce, and instead of taking the 10 actions that you were going to take, make it 30. okay? I want you to 3 times the amount of actions you were gonna take. I want you to go all in and commit, because if you incorporate massive action into the equation and you get in the ring, as the saying goes from that speech, you will get the results that you want in your life. But it takes that level of commitment to really get those results. And I know that you're worth it and you're totally capable. So let's do it. See you in the next one.